Presentation of WRDN Sports. Welcome to the Panther Preview, brought to you by Advent Health of Durand. It's time to feel whole with Advent Health. To learn more, visit adventhealth.com. Now, with today's Panther Preview, here is Brian Winnekins.
From Durand, Arkansas High School, tonight, boys high school basketball as Durand, Arkansas hosts Mondovi in a Dunn St. Croix matchup. This is the Advent Health Panther Preview, brought to you by Advent Health of Durand. It's time to feel whole with Advent Health. Visit their website at adventhealth.com. For these two teams, the last time they met, Durand, Arkansas won it 57-39 earlier in the season. For the Panthers, they are 10-0 in the Dunn St. Croix. 13-4 overall after their 54-47 loss to Baldwin-Woodville. For Mondovi, they are 6-10 overall, 4-6 in the Dunn St. Croix Conference after their 60-48 loss to Chetek-Weyerhaeuser. Brett Breidung leads the Panthers, scoring with nearly 14 points a game, while Billy Weisenbeck is the leading rebounder with 5 rebounds a game. Bo Spindler from Mondovi is the leading scorer and rebounder. He's averaging 16 points a game and 8 rebounds a game. Coming up on the Advent Health Panther Preview, we're going to be chatting with Durand, Arkansas head coach Justin Radetzky about the game against Baldwin-Woodville and tonight's game against Mondovi. Coming up next on the Advent Health Panther Preview, we're going to tell you who's playing where on our Durand Fresh Market scoreboard. That's coming up next on the Advent Health Panther Preview, brought to you by Advent Health of Durand. It's time to feel whole with Advent Health. Visit their website at adventhealth.com. It's Durand, Arkansas boys basketball on WRDN.
What does it mean to feel whole? For some, it's omega-3s, high fives, or shuffleboard. It's kale, kiwi, kumquats, all together. Whatever helps you feel whole, Advent Health is here to support it. We're here to heal what hurts, ease your mind, and lift your spirit with world-class medical expertise and compassionate whole-person care. So go for it. Get back on your feet. Overcome the odds. Live your best life and feel whole with Advent Health. To learn more, visit adventhealth.com.
Welcome back to the Advent Health Panther Preview, brought to you by Advent Health of Durand. It's time to feel whole with Advent Health. Visit their website at adventhealth.com. So we get ready for tonight's Durand, Arkansas Mondovi boys basketball game. Let's run down the schedule on the Durand Fresh Market scoreboard. Durand Fresh Market, your hometown grocery store. In the Darylin Conference in boys basketball tonight, Eau Claire Emmanuel Lutheran is at Melrose Mindoro. Dunn St. Croix Conference tonight, along with the Durand, Arkansas Mondovi game. Glenwood City's at Plum City Elmwood. That game to be held at Plum City High School. Spring Valley travels to Colfax. Boyceville is on the road to Clear Lake. Meanwhile, in the Middle Border Conference tonight, Hastings hosting Prescott. Cumberland travels to Somerset. Ellsworth is at Menominee. Girls basketball tonight in the Darylin Conference. Selma Center Lincoln travels to Cochran Fountain City. Augusta is at Eau Claire Emmanuel Lutheran. In the Dunn St. Croix Conference tonight, Colfax plays at Baldwin-Woodville. Ellsworth hosting Spring Valley Mondovi. They travel to Whitehall. And in the Middle Border Conference for tonight, Webster's at Somerset. Altoona hosting Menominee. And Prescott travels to Northwestern. That's what's happening around the area tonight in high school sports. You can follow the Durand Fresh Market scoreboard on the sports page of our website at realcountry1430.com. Coming up on the Advent Health Panther Preview, we're going to talk with Durand, Arkansas head coach Justin Radetzky about the game against Baldwin-Woodville last week and tonight's game against Mondovi. That's coming up next on the Advent Health Panther Preview, brought to you by Advent Health of Durand. It's time to feel whole with Advent Health. Visit their website at adventhealth.com. It's Durand, Arkansas boys basketball on WRDN.
What does it mean to feel whole? For some, it's omega-3s, high fives, or shuffleboard. It's kale, kiwi, kumquats, all together. Whatever helps you feel whole, Advent Health is here to support it. We're here to heal what hurts, ease your mind, and lift your spirit with world-class medical expertise and compassionate whole-person care. So go for it. Get back on your feet. Overcome the odds. Live your best life and feel whole with Advent Health. To learn more, visit adventhealth.com.
Welcome back to the Advent Health Panther Preview, brought to you by Advent Health of Durand. Time to feel whole with Advent Health. Visit their website at adventhealth.com. adventhealth.com as we get ready for tonight's Durand, Arkansas Mondovi boys basketball game. Joining us right now, Durand, Arkansas head coach Justin Radetzky. Coach, let's first go take a step back to the Baldwin-Woodville game. You had a chance to maybe look over the film. What did the coaching staff and the team take from that game?
Just closing out some possessions and getting that rebound. That was kind of the biggest thing. We gave a lot of second, third opportunities. And a lot is, especially in the first half, just our execution in our zone offense and just trying to find those gaps and get it to the short corner, get it to the elbow, and find the opposites. And that was the big thing. We talked about it and did a little mini practice last night, and that was kind of some of the things we talked about and went over. But, knowing that where Baldwin-Woodville was and some of the teams that they were really playing hard and just barely losing to, we knew what kind of team was going to come in there, and it was one that I think was just a little hungrier than us at that point. And I've talked about it with some other people. It's maybe a good loss at this stage of the season to get us fired up again for the last little run before playoffs.
It's also hard when the first 3-4 minutes of the game, you're looking up and you're like, wow, we're down 15-2, because they're burying threes. That can take something out of a team right away, can't it?
It can, but I think we've responded in the past on some of those, real early in a game, some team just comes out hot and gets that lead. We've responded well in the past on it, but it's always a hole you got to dig yourself out of. And we just couldn't, dig enough out of it. We really couldn't, and they answered back with a couple easy layups where we were scrambling and we're double teaming and we're scrambling to get back, and we left that open guy on the block, and they got a couple layups that we were just trying to make that push and make that run, and they answered it, and they got some open looks.
Talking with Durand, Arkansas head coach Justin Radetzky. Well, game number 2 with Mondovi. First game, a very nice win, but that was earlier in the season, so things have changed, haven't they, with Mondovi?
Oh, yeah. You learn a little bit about each other each time you play, and I think, our guys, that was the first game we played without Luke Weber, and, that was kind of a big maybe turning point for us, was how we, who's going to step up, and now we've seen since then multiple guys stepping up for us and getting some more time, and now they're a little bit more comfortable in their role, and it'll be interesting to see how they come out tonight and what kind of fire we play with, especially after coming off a loss.
Has Mondovi really changed anything defensively since that first game?
To be honest, there was a lot of man throughout the season. They sprinkle in that 2-3 zone, and then they run kind of a 1-2-1-1 press, and that's kind of what I've seen. They're just trying to clean it up more and more as they go, but that's been the bulk of what they've been doing.
And as time goes on, that they get more comfortable doing that. They don't have to think about it, and that's the big thing with any of these types of defenses. You can just do it automatically. You're kind of a step ahead.
Yeah, they really can. I mean, we saw that Friday, a team that plays that 2-3 zone and how much better they've been playing it throughout the whole year. A lot of the zone we've played, teams have sprinkled it in on us and got out of it right away because we hit some shots or we made some adjustments there. But they, once a team really buys into what they're doing and starts excelling at it, you saw that on Friday, and then they're just trying to clean up and play better all year long in what they're doing.
Offensively, any differences that you've seen since the first game with Mondovi?
Not a lot, just doing a lot of their 5-out and 41 stuff, and then they do a few 4-high sets that they got, and just trying to execute on that.
Talking with Durand, Arkansas head coach Justin Radetzky. As we go on here in the season, at least on the conference side, first place, undefeated. Every conference game, the target gets just a little bit bigger on the old back, doesn't it?
Well, it does. It definitely does. And we've got a couple teams like Glenwood that we haven't played both times yet. We got to play them twice here in the last 3 weeks. So it does. And some other teams are just playing better and better. I saw in Spring Valley beat Glenwood by 5 and shot like 50-60%. I mean, they were just, everything was going in. So that's the point of the season when we're at, right? You've had 3 months of shooting now, and teams are just getting better and better that way. So it's fun, right? It's that home stretch, and it's putting the pressure on us to try to close this thing out. Our guys have put it not just maybe winning conference. We want to see if we can do this undefeated thing, and it's fun for them to put that on themselves and go after it.
Well, good luck tonight, Coach. We'll talk to you after the game.
All right, thanks.
Durand, Arkansas head coach Justin Radetsky on the way. Starting lineups tip-off. Durand, Arkansas and Mondovi in boys high school basketball. Coming up next on Real Country 1430 AM stereo, WRDN, Durand, Mondovi, Wabasha, and 107.3 FM translator, W297CH, Durand.
What does it mean to feel whole? For some, it's omega-3s, high fives, or shuffleboard. It's kale, kiwi, kumquats, all together. Whatever helps you feel whole, Advent Health is here to support it. We're here to heal what hurts, ease your mind, and lift your spirit with world-class medical expertise and compassionate whole-person care. So go for it. Get back on your feet. Overcome the odds. Live your best life and feel whole with Advent Health. To learn more, visit adventhealth.com.
No other race is this iconic.
Richard Petty will win the Daytona 500. The Petty crew jumping up and down on pit road. This Daytona 500 has had it all.
No other race is this thrilling.
Truex on the inside, Hamlin on the outside, and too close to call.
No other race is this life-changing.
Trevor Bayne gets the win for the Wood Brothers.
The 68th running of the Daytona 500.
February 15th, starting at 12:30 here on Real Country 1430 AM and 107.3 FM WRDN.
Your computer is a radio. Log on to realcountry1430.com to listen online. Brought to you by Prime Realty of Durand.
Welcome back to Durand, Arkansas High School as we are just moments away from tonight's Durand, Arkansas Mondovi boys basketball game. A special welcome to the men and women serving in the military listening to our broadcast on our streaming audio service at realcountry1430.com. We would like to say thank you for your service, and we hope tonight's broadcast brings you a taste of home wherever you may be serving. Our streaming audio being brought to you by Prime Realty of Durand, the area's #1 home seller. Visit their website at primerealtymidwest.com, and also Adams Super Service, your Partners Network Car Care Center, Durand. Also, welcome to those of you watching our broadcast on our streaming video service at our website. That is in partnership with the Wisconsin Soybean Marketing Board. Thank you to them. And also welcome to those of you watching on the Durand, Arkansas School District YouTube channel and NTech Channel 99. Throughout the night, we'll also be thanking our high school sports sponsors. These are the businesses and organizations that bring you tonight's game as well. Without their help, we wouldn't be here tonight. So please thank them, including Riverland Energy, your Touchstone Energy partner, the Chenfit Smith Funeral Home, serving the Mondovi area. Find out about pre-planning funeral services by visiting chenfit-smithfuneralhome.com. Bauer Bill Tire and Service. Let Bauer Bill take care of your automotive needs. Give them a call at 672-8300 or visit them online at bauerbilt.com. And the Cottage, from floral arrangements to gifts for mom. Yep, Valentine's Day is Saturday. It's coming up, or a week from Saturday, rather. It is this Saturday. That is right. This Saturday is Valentine's Day, so visit the Cottage, downtown Durand. We have the Durand Panther Pep Band with our national anthem. Arkansas Pep Band with tonight's national anthem. Well, let's give you our starting lineups for tonight. Excuse me. For the Mondovi Buffaloes, 4-6 in the Dun St. Croix, 6-10 coming, or overall rather. Coming out will be number 1, sophomore Griffin Rudd. Number 2, sophomore Bo Spindler. Number 3, sophomore Bodie Faulkner. Number 5, sophomore Tyler Brenner. And number 24, junior Mason Brenner. The Buffaloes in their blue uniforms with the white numerals. They'll be going from left to right. And now for the Durand, Arkansas Panthers, 10-0 in the Dunn St. Croix, 13-4 overall. Coming out, number 4, senior Ethan Mack. Number 5, junior Dylan Berger. Number 11, senior Billy Weisenbeck. Number 24, senior Max Anderson. And number 33, senior Brett Brydung. The Panthers are in their white uniforms with the purple numerals. They will be going from right to left here in this first half. All right, from the JV game earlier tonight as well, Mondovi won that game 53-49. So it's going to be a fun one. Hope you enjoy the broadcast tonight as Weisenbeck will be at center court facing Faulkner. All right. Ball goes up. It's tipped back to the Buffaloes. We are underway. And Spindler now puts up a shot. No good. Tip, loose ball. And coming up with it is the Buffaloes. Brenner now in the right corner. Kicks it back over to Bodie Faulkner. Now to the top of the key to Rudd. Rudd back to Faulkner. Faulkner now on the right wing. Back to Brenner. That's Tyler Brenner. Round the horn we go. Rudd over to Mason Brenner. Back to the top of the key to Tyler. Now over to Spindler. Spindler back to Faulkner. Faulkner puts up the shot. Rims out. No good. Rebounded by Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck to Berger. Berger across the timeline on the far side for the Panthers. Over to Brydung. Brydung now to Anderson. Anderson top of the key. Anderson looking for a cutter inside. Finds them, and that is Mack. Mack, though, kicks it back to the outside. Brydung, 3-ball on the way. Oh, it rims in. No, it's a two. Long two. 2-0 Panthers. Full court Panther press. They get it across the timeline to Rudd. And around the horn they go now to Mason Brenner. Brenner looking for a cutter. No one there. Now to Rudd. Rudd top of the key. Back to Spindler. Spindler tries to drive inside. Can't do it. He tries to pass it inside. Knocked down. Coming up with a loose ball is Berger. Berger quickly back the other way. Goes coast to coast. Up and in. And so it makes it 4-0 Panthers. And now to Faulkner. Faulkner will get across the timeline. Down to Brenner. Brenner in the left corner. Tries to get it inside. Knocked away. Weisenbeck now can't hang on to it. And coming back up with it is Spindler. And Spindler now kicks it back to the outside to Faulkner. Faulkner, 3-ball on the way. Shot no good. Rebounded by Berger. Berger falling out. Manages to try. Oh, and Mack can't hang on to it. Berger was falling out of bounds. He just heaved it up. Mack couldn't hang on to it. It'll stay with the Buffaloes. So on the far side will be Brenner. That's Tyler Brenner. And he'll inbound it now to Faulkner. Faulkner back over to Rudd. Rudd back to Faulkner. Faulkner left wing 3-ball. Faulkner with the 3. To make it a 4-3 Panther lead. Across the timeline now comes Mack. Mack now over to Brydung. Brydung on the right wing. Directs some traffic. Comes to the top of the key now over to Mack. Mack inside to Anderson. Anderson in the lane. Turnaround shot off the back of the rim. No good. Rebounded by Rudd. Quickly back the other way come the Buffaloes. Back to Faulkner now. Faulkner on the right wing. Over to Rudd, top of the key. Back to Faulkner, right wing. Inside now to Spindler. Spindler, though, has to retreat back out. Now he tries to drive inside. Back to the top of the key to Rudd. Rudd fakes left, tries to go right, can't do it. Now back to Brenner. Brenner over to his brother Mason. Mason now in the left corner. Kicks it back to the outside. 3-ball on the way. Shot off the back of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Anderson. Anderson now back to Berger. Panthers lead 4-3. Loses the ball, but Anderson comes back up with it. Mack now to Berger. Berger into the left corner. Cross-court pass now to Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck now. He loses the ball. Thievery by Spindler. And now it's over to Brenner. And that is Tyler Brenner. Over to Rudd. Rudd now to Spindler. Spindler, top of the key, kicks it out to Brenner. 3-ball on the way. Shot's good by Mason Brenner. And the Buffaloes lead 6-4. And so now Mack will come up across the timeline. Mack now to Anderson, nearly stolen, but Anderson comes up with it. Tries to kick it back inside. Mack can't hang on to it. Coming up with it is Brenner. Back to Faulkner. Tyler Brenner with the steal. And Faulkner now has the pass tipped by Mack. Loose ball, but coming up with it is Spindler. Gets it back to Faulkner. Faulkner now over to Brenner. That's Mason Brenner. And he's looking for a cutter. No one there, so he's got to get it over to Tyler. Tyler now over to Rudd. Round the horn we go. 3-ball on the way. Shot off the back of the rim. No good. Rebounded by Faulkner. Puts up the shot. Good. 8-4 Buffaloes. As Mack now will come across the timeline for the Panthers. Mack now comes down to the right wing, hands it off to Brydung. Squares up, 3-ball on the way. Shot no good. And it's going to be, wow, they're going to say it's off of the Panthers. And so it'll be Buffalo ball. Kraleski and Fuentes coming in. As Spindler now to inbound it for Mondovi. Inbounds it to Faulkner. Faulkner back to Brenner. Brenner splits the two defenders, gets it inside, up, underlays it, no good. Loose ball, Anderson comes up with it. Back over to Fuentes. Fuentes across the timeline to Mack. Mack now on the right wing, now to Kraleski. Back out to Fuentes at center. Over to Berger. Berger tries to drive in from the left wing, can't do it. Over to Anderson. Anderson loses the ball, regains control, gets it back over to Mack. Mack top of the key now. Over to Kraleski. Kraleski now. Tries to drive inside, can't do it. Over to Berger, or to Mack rather. Mack on the left wing. Retreats back out, drives inside, shot blocked. Shot blocked, but falling out of bounds was Reichel. It'll stay Panther ball. 8-4 Mondovi. And so inbounding it now will be Kraleski. Kraleski inbounds it to Fuentes. Fuentes now has to retreat back out to the right wing. Now to Mack. Mack now. Back over to Berger. Berger now back towards center. Fakes right, goes left, whistling a foul. Foul will be on number 5. It's going to be on Tyler Brenner. Coming in for Mondovi, number 20 now, Cameron Gruber, as Brenner takes a seat. Inbounding it now is Berger. Right in front of us, Berger to Fuentes. Fuentes kicks it back out to Mack. 3-ball on the way. Shot no good. Rebounded by Anderson. Kicks it back out to the top of the key. Berger, 3-ball on the way off the back of the rim. Shot no good. Rebounded by the Buffaloes. Spindler, bomb over to Rudd across the timeline. Now over to Gruber. Gruber thought about the 3, sent it, but or not. Inside pass intercepted. Intercepted by Mack. Mack across the timeline. Over to Berger. Back out to Mack. Mack, top of the key, squares up. 3-ball on the way. Is good by Ethan Mack to make it 8-7 now. Mondovi. Full court Panther press now. And a loose ball. And Mondovi, though, comes up with it. Gruber travels. So it'll go back to the Panthers. Weisenbeck getting ready to come back in. Brydung coming back in. As Mack takes a seat and Anderson takes a seat. So inbounding it to our right will be Kraleski. And so inbounded, no, wait. What do we have? Okay. Brenner coming back in, Mason Brenner for Mondovi. Okay. So inbounded now to Brydung. As we're back underway. Brydung across the timeline. Over to Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck now to Kraleski in the left corner. Back to Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck down to the left wing. Cross-court pass to Brydung on the right wing. Brydung now trying to work off the screen. Now inside to Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck in the lane. Splits 2 defenders. Overlays it. No good. Well, they're going to say white ball. Wow, I thought that was off of Weisenbeck, but okay. Okay, so we'll go to Brydung to inbound it to our left. Well, I guess I better get my glasses checked. All right, so Brydung now to inbound it. Brydung out to Berger. Berger now drives inside, puts up a 10-foot shot. Good. 9-8 now, Panthers. Inbounded to Gruber. Gruber back to Spindler. Whistle, foul. Foul will be on number 5, Berger. His first team. And so inbounding it now is Brenner. Brenner inbounds it to Reichel. Reichel now looking for a cutter. No one there now to Mason Brenner. Back out to Reichel at center. Over to Tyler Brenner. Brenner inside pass now to Reichel. Reichel kicks it back out onto the baseline. Shot put up, blocked. Blocked by Fuentes. Out of bounds. It'll stay Mondovi ball. And so Mondovi to inbound it. Inbounds it to Brenner. That's Mason Brenner. Loses the ball, but regains control. And tries to get it into the corner. And coming up with it is Reichel. Reichel hands it off to Spindler. Spindler now into the lane. Bounce pass over to the right corner. 3 ball on the way. Shot no good. Rebounded by Berger. Berger across the timeline for the Panthers, leading 9-8. Pass is tipped, intercepted. Wow, nice interception and steal by Spindler. Spindler back the other way. Over, lays it, no good. Rebounded by Gruber, puts up a shot, whistle, foul. Foul is going to be on Kraleski, and so going to the line for 2 will be Gruber. And thank you to the JKO Auto Body Shop with car restoration and collision repairs. The JKO Auto Body Shop, Madison Street, Durand. Durand Fresh Market, your hometown grocery store, Durand Fresh Market. Visit shopfreshmarkets.com. Download the Fresh Market app for weekly specials, national coupons, and the weekly flyer, too, from Durand Fresh Market. First free throw, good. And next free throw on the way is good. He makes them both. Gruber comes out, and Faulkner comes in. So 10-9 Buffaloes. Inbounded to Mack. And Mack now across the timeline. Mack now cross-court pass to Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck inside to Brydung. Brydung turnaround shot and gets the shooter's roll. So Panthers regain the lead, 11-10. Full court Panther press now over to Rudd. And here comes the trap at center court. Red guts it across the timeline, though, to Brenner. That's Tyler Brenner. Inside pass, they kick it back out. Now 3 ball on the way to Spindler. Shot no good. And rebounded by Mack. And Mack now across the timeline for the Panthers. Mack now kicks it out to the corner. Fuentes head fakes the 3, puts up the 3 ball anyway from the wing. Shot no good. Rebounded by Mack. Mack to Kraleski. Kraleski back out to Fuentes. Fuentes to Brydung. Brydung left corner. 3 ball. Shot no good. Rebounded by Fuentes. Pumps. Shot. Good. Quickly back the other way now to Rudd across the timeline. Rudd now over to the top of the key now to Spindler. 13-10 Panthers. Over to Brenner now on the wing. Inside to Spindler. Kicks it back out to the top of the key to Rudd. Now over to Faulkner. Faulkner 3 ball. Shot no good. Rebounded by Spindler. Spindler back to Faulkner. Faulkner left right wing. Squares up long 2. Shot no good. And it's going to be off of Mondovi. It'll be Panther ball. 8:52 remaining in the half. Durand up by 3 and inbounded to Mack. Mack now across the timeline for the Panthers. Comes to the top of the key over to Kraleski right wing. Kraleski 15-footer. Good! Drano. So 15-10 now Panthers. Full court Panther press now to Spindler. Spindler over to Brenner. That's Tyler Brenner. Across the timeline and across the timeline thrown out of bounds. Panther ball. Whistle, timeout. Timeout Mondovi. 8:26 remaining, 15-10 Panthers. Thank you to Numbers Are Us, your daily money managers, 3rd Avenue West Durand. Give Rhonda a call at 672-8093 and learn how a daily money manager can help your family, or can visit Rhonda online as well at numbersareus.com or Facebook. Durand Smokehouse with a hog sale going on right now at Durand Smokehouse. Highway 85 Durand, and Provisions Health, 3rd Avenue West Durand. Healthcare your way. Learn more at provisions.health. Please thank all of our sponsors. Give them a call, drop them an email, visit their business, tell them thank you for supporting our broadcasts. Without their help, we wouldn't be here tonight with the game. So please thank them for their support. All right, so we're done with the timeout. Panthers have the ball, leading 15-10. And inbounded to Mack now. Mack will come across the timeline. Mack now comes down to the right wing. Looking for some help here. He gets over to Kraleski. Kraleski tries to drive in. Gets cut off at the baseline. Falls down. And tries to get the ball back to the outside, but intercepted by Spindler. Spindler now over to Brenner. Brenner to his brother Mason. Mason at the left baseline in the lane. Has to kick it back out to the corner. 3 ball on the way. Shot no good. Rebounded by Kraleski. Quickly back the other way is Kraleski. Gets it over to Mack. Mack left or right wing, drives in, puts up the shot, up and in. Ethan Mack with the drive in from the wing. Quickly back the other way now to Rudd. Rudd across the timeline for the Buffaloes. Comes down to the right wing. Inside to Spindler, driving the lane, off the glass, up and in. 17-12, Panthers, 7:30 remaining. Across the timeline is Kraleski. Kraleski to Weisenbeck. Stolen by Spindler. Knocked away by Weisenbeck before he puts up the shot. It'll go out of bounds. It'll stay Mondovi ball. Anderson comes in for Weisenbeck. Berger's coming in for Kraleski now for the Panthers. So inbounding it will be Faulkner to our right. Inbounds it to Spindler. Spindler now to Rudd. Rudd over to Faulkner. Faulkner now left wing, back out to Rudd. Rudd top of the key. 3 ball on the way. Shot's good by Rudd to make it 17-15 Panthers. And across the timeline comes Mack. Whistling a foul. Foul will be on Spindler. So it'll stay Panther ball. Brydung to inbound it on the far side. Brydung inbounds it to Fuentes. Fuentes stop, kicks it back out over to Mack. Now Brydung, 3 ball, shot no good. Crashing the glass was Berger, but he falls out of bounds. It'll go back to the Buffaloes. And so inbounding it to our left will be Spindler. Spindler inbounds it now to Faulkner. Full court Panther press. Back to Spindler. Spindler now across the timeline over to Faulkner. Faulkner now over to Reichel on the left wing now. Back to Faulkner, back towards center. Over to Spindler. Spindler top of the key to Reichel. Reichel drives in from the left wing. Does a turnaround. He gets cut off. He's in trouble. Bounce pass now over to Brenner, who tries to drive in. Kicks it back out to the corner. 3 ball on the way. Shot no good. Crashing the glass. Rebounded by Mondovi. Coming up with it is Spindler. Spindler puts it up and in. We're tied. And so now Berger across the timeline for the Panthers. Tied at 17. And Berger now kicks it over to Fuentes. Fuentes, 3 ball. Shot no good. Rebounded by Schoonover. Quickly back the other way comes Reichel. Reichel now on the right wing. To the top of the key. To the left wing now to Brenner. Top of the key now to Reichel. Reichel to Schoonover. Schoonover on the right wing. Hands it off now to Spindler. Spindler looking for a cutter. Comes over to the top of the key. Bounce pass now to the left wing to Brenner. Now over into the corner. Kicks it back over to Spindler. Back out to Reichel. Reichel now to the top of the key. Round the horn we go. Quickly is Schoonover. Schoonover left baseline. Kicks it over to the right corner to Spindler. Spindler tries to drive in. Puts up a shot off the back of the rim. No good. Rebounded by Berger. Berger across the timeline now for the Panthers. Tied at 17. 5:15 remaining here in the first half. Berger now kicks it back over to Mack. Mack, top of the key now to Anderson. Inside Anderson, puts up the shot, up and in. Panthers now up by 2. Inbounded to Brenner. Brenner's pass going to be intercepted by Anderson. Anderson's pass is loose ball, but coming up with the loose ball is Mack. Mack into the lane, shot blocked. He comes up with the loose ball anyway. Okay, let's start this all over again so the radio guy can catch up. Now to Brydung. Brydung in the lane. Out to Anderson on the right wing. Back out to Mack now. Mack comes back out towards center now. Comes down to the right wing. Bounce pass over to Fuentes. Fuentes now. He's in trouble. Cross-court pass over to Anderson. Left wing, 3-ball on the way. Shot no good. Rebounded by Brydung. Into the lane. Puts up the shot off the glass. Up and in. 21-17 now, Panthers. And across the timeline to Faulkner. Faulkner now. Stop. Shot. Good. So 21-19 now, Panthers. Approaching the 4-minute mark. Mack across the timeline. Mack now over to Berger. Cross-court pass to Anderson. Nearly intercepted. Now it's a loose ball. And Anderson comes up with it. Back over to Berger. Berger across the timeline. Over to Fuentes now. Fuentes to Anderson. Anderson now comes to the top of the key now. Over to Mack. Mack left wing. Mack tries to work off the screen into the lane. Kicks it back out to the right wing. Fuentes head fakes the 3. Kicks it back out to the top of the key. Mack squares up. 3-ball on the way. It's good by Ethan Mack. 24-19 Panthers. Spindler now. Across the timeline for the Buffaloes. Into the corner now. Schoonover. Schoonover back over to Faulkner. 3-ball shot. No good. Rebounded by Anderson. Anderson to Berger. And so now Berger across the timeline over to Brydung. Brydung, right baseline, loses the ball. Tried to regain control and dribbles it out of bounds. Mondovi ball. All right, so inbounding it will be Spindler. 2:55 remaining in the half, 24-19 Panthers. Inbounded now to Schoonover. Schoonover back to Spindler, full court Panther press. To Rudd. Cross court now inside to Faulkner, drives in, over, lays it, no good, gets his own rebound, short, no good. And coming up with the rebound is Kraleski. Kraleski to Mack. Mack, right wing. Has to kick it back out to the top of the key to Berger. Berger now over to Brydung. Brydung, top of the key now over to Anderson. Anderson back to Brydung inside, under, lays it, no good. Excuse me, quickly back the other way, Reichel. Whistle, foul on Anderson. And so going to the line will be Reichel as the foul's on Anderson. Taking it 24/7 in West Wisconsin Telecom, building smart fiber optic communities and homes from the ground up. Learn more, visit wwt.coop. First free throw on the way, off the back of the rim, no good. Riverside Grill. Visit the Riverside Grill for daily breakfast and lunch specials. Don't forget about that Friday fish fry. It's the Riverside Grill, downtown Durand, and O'Galley Cheese Factory with the cheese and meat trays for your get-together. That's O'Galley Cheese Factory, Highway 25, Durand. Next free throw on the way, no good. Rebounded by Brydung. Brydung quickly to Mack. Mack now to Kraleski. Kraleski kicks it over to the corner. Berger, right corner, 3-ball shot, no good. Tip. Coming up with it is Reichel. And Reichel across the timeline for the Buffaloes. 24-19 Panthers. 2 minutes remaining in the half. Over to Gruber now. Gruber back to Rudd. Rudd on the right wing. Rudd loses control, then drives inside, puts up a shot over, lays it, no good. Rebounded by Kraleski. Kraleski back the other way. Kraleski will not take the 3. Gets it over to Mack. Mack to Kraleski now on the left wing. He'll try to drive into the lane, down to the free throw line. Kicks it back out to the right wing to Mack. Mack fakes right, goes left. Kicks it back out over to Kraleski. Puts up a tough shot, no good. Looking for the rebound, can't come up with it. Spindler comes up with it for the Buffaloes. Quickly back the other way. Now driving in is Gruber. Gruber puts up a shot under, lays it, no good. Rebounded by Anderson. Anderson now to Kraleski. Kroleski across the timeline for the Panthers, 24-19. 3 ball on the way by Brydon. Shot short, no good. It's going to be off of Kroleski. And minute 12 remaining. Weisenbeck coming in for Anderson. 24-19, Panthers leading, minute 12 remaining in the half. So inbounded now to Brenner. Brenner back to Spindler. Spindler to Brenner. To Spindler. Still not across the timeline. Now they get it across the timeline to Tyler Brenner. Over to Mason Brenner. Back to Spindler now. Spindler left wing. Kicks it into the left corner. Now over to Mason Brenner. On the right baseline. Shot no good. Loose ball, and Brenner comes up with it. That's Tyler. Back out to Rudd. Top of the key. Squares up. 3 ball on the way. Shot no good. And it's going to be off of Berger trying to get that loose ball. And it'll stay Buffalo ball. 43 seconds remaining. Tyler Brenner to inbound it. Inbounds it to Spindler. Spindler in the lane. Puts up the shot. Off the back of the rim. No good. And coming up with the loose ball is Mack. Foul on Spindler with the reach. Okay, so inbounding it to our right will be Berger. Inbounds it now to Mack. And Mack across the timeline. Mack now over to Brydon. Brydon over to Mack. Mack now on the left wing. Tries to drive inside. Here comes the trap. Over to Brydon. Brydon now. Cross-court pass over to Berger. Berger, 15-footer from the right wing. Shot no good. And loose ball, but coming up with it is Faulkner. Faulkner quickly across the timeline the other way. Puts up a circus shot, no good. Gets his own rebound, 9 seconds remaining. Kicks it back out, shot, whistle, foul. As Gruber put up the shot, he'll go to the line. Foul will be on Brydon. So going to the line for 2 is Gruber. Thank you to Durand Improvement Group. Many hands make light work. Volunteer to help with community events throughout the year. Visit durandimprovementgroup.org. Free throw on the way is good. The Paul Slusher Insurance Agency, or American Family Insurance Agency, is serving Durand and Chippewa Falls. American Family Insurance, insurance that fits your needs. And Ryan's Sports Shop, ice fishing is here. Visit Ryan's Sports Shop downtown Durand for all of your ice fishing needs. Ryan's Sports Shop, making outdoor activities fun since 2006. Second free throw, no good. Back the other way quickly. Brydon, 3 ball on the way. Top of the key, shot no good. We're at halftime with the Panthers leading 24-20. It's Durand, Arkansas boys basketball on WRDN.
Time for the SFB Security Financial Bank and Ansay & Associates Halftime Show. Brought to you by Security Financial Bank. Secure your future at Security Financial Bank, Durand, River Falls, Eau Claire, Ladysmith, Bloomer, and Black River Falls. And by Ansay & Associates, your local auto owner's insurance agent, downtown Durand.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Your Auto Owners agent serving the Durand area is Ansay & Associates, downtown Durand.
ABC News, I'm Stephanie Officer. Reaction from House lawmakers who visited the DOJ Monday to review unredacted versions of the Epstein files. Kentucky GOP Congressman Thomas Massey.
The user interface is a little clunky at first, but what I saw that bothered me were the names of at least 6 men that have been redacted that are likely incriminated by their inclusion in these files.
Audio and video of last December's deadly Brown University shooting was released today. It includes redacted body cam video from police officers responding to the scene and the calls being made requesting more help. The video shows a chaotic picture where at times officers were unaware if the shooter was even still in the building. 2 students died in that attack, 9 others were hurt. The shooter later took his own life. Here's the voice of an unidentified officer.
Shut down all traffic on Hope and Brook. In front of the front and the back of this building, we need to shut traffic down.
This is ABC News.
Meet Morgan Jones. Morgan is about to step into a world unknown to most, thanks to Progressive's Renters Insurance, a place of fresh linens and turn-down service. You see, Morgan temporarily vacated her apartment and has gone to a hotel because a pipe burst in her apartment. A pipe that made her sense of reality and apartment ceiling all come crashing down. Luckily, Morgan checked into Progressive's Protection Zone. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliate, and third-party insurers.
How do you stay humble when you're America's #1 wiper blade? That's what we're currently dealing with at Rain-X. Is it even possible to humble brag when you bully Mother Nature like we do? Do we sound too conceited if we keep repeating how Rain-X is the #1 brand of wiper blades in America? No. We'll take a lesson from our wipers and just keep doing our job with humility. As America's #1 wiper blade. Rain-X. Outsmart the elements.
Farmers, you're invited to the Chippewa Valley Agriculture Conference presented by Security Financial Bank, February 19th at Florian Gardens in Eau Claire. Come meet with local agriculture experts and learn strategies to grow your bottom line. Only $30 to attend. Lunch is included. To register, visit sfbank.com. The Chippewa Valley Agriculture Conference, February 19th at Florian Gardens in Eau Claire, presented by Security Financial Bank. Bankers who believe in agriculture. Member FDIC.
Just days away from the start of spring training, the Brewers sent third baseman Caleb Durbin along with infielder Andrew Ministerio, Anthony Siegler, and the 67th overall pick in this summer's draft to the Boston Red Sox for left-handed pitchers Kyle Harrison and Shane Drohan and infielder David Hamilton. I'm Bill Scott with sports. 24-year-old Harrison, the headliner of the group for the Brewers, a former top pitching prospect, has a 4.39 ERA in 42 games, including 37 starts with the Red Sox. Drohan, 27 years old. He had a 2.27 ERA in 12 games. 11 of them starts at AAA Worcester last season. The Brewers pitchers and catchers reporting to spring training in Arizona on Thursday. The Bucks open a 4-game road trip in Orlando tonight against the Magic. They will play 2 straight at Orlando and then a game at Oklahoma City before the All-Star break. Speaking of the break, Bucks big man Bobby Portis added to the NBA's three-point shooting competition. Bill Scott, Wisconsin Radio Network.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Your Auto Owners agent serving the Durand area is Arkansaw Associates, downtown Durand.
Byron heading for historical hat trick. I'm Susie Armstrong. The story next on NASCAR Today.
These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
I spent years living in fear of calcium oxalate crystal stones, always afraid of when the next one would hit. Now I just take Kidney Cop.
Battling calcium oxalate stones? It's time to try Kidney Cop, a doctor-recommended kidney supplement that has been shown in laboratory tests to reduce the growth rate of calcium oxalate crystals by 99%. Get Kidney Cop today at Amazon.com, Walmart.com, or KidneyCop.com.
NASCAR fans, iRacing Studios brings you NASCAR 25. Race hundreds of the biggest stars of the sport on top tracks from Daytona to Sonoma. Start your career in the ARCA Menards Series and work your way up to Cup while managing team members, sponsors, and more. Or compete online with NASCAR fans around the world. NASCAR 25, available on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. Head to NASCAR25.com to buy now.
This Sunday, William Byron could become the first NASCAR Cup Series driver in history to win 3 consecutive Daytona 500s. After his 2024 victory, the Hendrick Motorsports pilot went from 9th to 1st on the final lap last year to become the 13th driver to capture the Great American Race multiple times and just the 5th to win them back-to-back.
It's not going to change who I am winning that race, the third one, but it would certainly be really cool, and I think it'd be really cool to a lot of people, and I'm sure I would allow myself to feel that in that moment, and it would kind of I'd kind of move past it. But yeah, it would be awesome, and that's obviously what we're going to go down there trying to do.
I'm Susie Armstrong. This is NASCAR Today on the Motor Racing Network.
At Security Financial Bank, we understand what it takes to grow what matters. We know success doesn't happen overnight. It takes honest work, day in and day out. We value trust, leadership, and service. We are SFB, bankers who believe in your farm, your family, your future. Bankers who believe in you. Learn more at sfbank.com. Member FDIC.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Your Auto Owners agent serving the Durand area is Arkansaw Associates, downtown Durand.
Welcome back to Durand, Arkansas High School. Halftime 24-20. Panthers leading. For the Panthers, Kraleski had 2. Mack had 8. Berger had 4. Fuentes 2. Anderson 2. And Brydung 6 in that first half. For Mondovi, Rudd with 3. Spindler with 4. Faulkner with 7. Gruber with 3. And Brenner with 3. From the JV game earlier tonight, Mondovi won that game by a score of 53-49. But again, our score here at halftime, Panthers leading 24-20, and we have a second half coming up. As you're listening to Durand, Arkansas boys basketball on Real Country 1430 AM stereo, WRDN, Durand, Mondovi, Wabasha, and 107.3 FM translator W297CH Durand.
The real deals come from Durand Fresh Market, and they can be found online. Download the Fresh Market Rewards app and sign up to have weekly deal alerts sent right to your phone. Find digital coupons and specials and earn reward points every time you shop at Durand Fresh Market. It's easy to use the app. Just add coupons and scan the app at the checkout. It's that easy. Visit the website at shopfreshmarkets.com for the latest weekly ad, extra national coupons, or to make product suggestions. Your hometown grocery store is Durand Fresh Market, downtown Durand, and online at shopfreshmarkets.com.
When your reputation is on the line, go to the Midwest leader, Bauer Built Tire and Service, for all your tire and service repair needs. They've been supplying cars, SUVs, light and medium truck tires, as well as farm tires since 1944. Plus, they've built their reputation on services such as alignments, brakes, and suspension work that will exceed your expectations. Stop in today at Bauer Built Tire and Service on Mall Drive in Eau Claire and in Durand. Bauer Built on service.
Turn your smartphone into a radio. Download the free Android app at realcountry1430.com. Brought to you by Prime Realty of Durand.
Welcome back to Durand, Arkansas High School, as we are ready for the second half with the Panthers leading by a score of 24-20. Panthers will be going from left to right. The Buffaloes right to left here in this second half. And the Panthers get the ball to start the second half. Weisenbeck to inbound it. Inbounds it to Anderson. We're back underway. Now over to Brydung. Brydung now to Anderson. Anderson top of the key inside to Weisenbeck. Loses control of the ball. Loose ball, and Spindler comes up with it. Whistle and a foul. Foul will be on Weisenbeck, and so it will go to Mondovi. And inbounding it will be Spindler. Spindler now inbounds it to Brenner. And Brenner now across the timeline for the Buffaloes. Over to his brother Mason in the corner now. Inside pass to Faulkner. Faulkner on the right baseline, up and in. Inbounded to Mack now. And Mack now across the timeline. Mack works off the screen from Weisenbeck. Now over to Brydung. Brydung inside to Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck to Brydung. He'll drive right baseline, puts up the shot, count it, and the foul. Foul will be on number 5. That's going to be on Tyler Brenner. So going to the line to complete the three-point play will be Brydon. Free throw on the way is good by Brydon. And now that makes it to 27-22 Panthers. Bomb to Faulkner. Faulkner, though, tries to get it on the baseline to Rudd. Stolen by Anderson. Anderson to Mack. And Mack now tries to split 2 defenders. Rudd with the steal. Back the other way now. Here comes Brenner. Brenner to Rudd. Rudd over to Spindler. Spindler on the left wing. Spindler now over to Rudd. Rudd back to Spindler. Spindler on the left wing again. And whistle foul, offensive foul will be on Spindler. As the ball came loose and he ran, I think, Berger over trying to get it. And so inbounding it now will be Mack. All right, so inbounded now to Berger, and Berger will bring it across the timeline for the Panthers. As Berger now looking for a cutter, no one there. Has to try and get a screen from Anderson. Not enough there, but he drives inside, puts up the shot. No good. Rebounded by Mason Brenner. Quickly back the other way now to Reichel. Reichel lays it up and gets the shooter's roll. So 27-24 now. Panthers lead. Mack across the timeline. Mack works off the screen from Weisenbeck now. To Berger. Berger to Anderson, top of the key. Inside to Weisenbeck. Back over to Mack, right corner. Out to Berger now. Berger from the top of the key over to Brydon. Left wing, 3-ball on the way. Shot off the back of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Anderson. Puts up the shot. Counted in the foul. Foul will be on Reichel. So going to the line for the three-point play will be Anderson. Thank you to Durand Napa. Farmers visit Durand Napa for all of the custom hoses, bulk fluids, filters, tools, and all the parts you need to keep your equipment running with Napa know-how from Durand Napa. Free throw on the way by Anderson. No good. Loose ball, and the Buffaloes come up with it. And quickly back the other way now. Faulkner drives onto the right baseline, up and in. Faulkner has 11 for the Buffaloes. 29-26 Panthers. Driving inside now, putting up the shot, counted in the foul, and that is Berger. Foul's going to be on Reichel, his second. So Berger now to the line for the three-point play attempt. Riverside Plaza, your Napa Car Care Center, open for all of your car care needs. Riverside Plaza, located at Durand Napa, Madison Street, Durand. Free throw on the way by Berger is good to complete the three-point play. 32-26 now, Panthers. And inbounded now to Faulkner. Faulkner to Brenner. Quickly back the other way. Tries to get it over to Reichel to Rudd. Rudd can't hang on to it. It goes out of bounds. It's Panther ball. Spindler getting ready to come back in for the Buffaloes. Reichel will take a seat. So Berger now to inbound it to our left. He'll inbound it to Mack. Mack now across the timeline for the Panthers. Comes down to the right wing now over to Brydon. Brydon inside to Fuentes. Fuentes in the lane. Kicks it back out to Brydon. Right wing, 3-ball on the way is good by Brydon. And so inbounded to Brenner. Brenner now to Spindler. Spindler gets it across the timeline to Brenner. That's Tyler Brenner. Kicks it back out to Rudd in the right corner now. Rudd out to Faulkner. Faulkner right wing. Faulkner to Rudd. To Faulkner. Now to Brenner. Brenner top of the key. That's Tyler Brenner. To Mason Brenner. Mason Brenner will drive into the lane. Has Anderson in his face. Pumps. Shot. Gets the shooter's roll. Good. 35-28 now. Panthers. 14:35 remaining. Mack now. Across the timeline, over to Brydon. Brydon, left wing, 3-ball, shot no good. Rebounded by Anderson. Was stolen by Rudd, but he stepped out of bounds. It'll stay Panther ball. And so Brydon now to inbounded as we have 14:28 remaining. And Brydon to inbound it. Looking better. Hurry. Gets it out now to Mack. Mack, top of the key. 3-ball on the way. Scored by Ethan Mack. 10-point Panther lead now. And nearly intercepted. Loose ball. It's going to be off of Anderson. Uh-oh, and now we're going to get a change on that. Yep, they changed the call. It will go to the Panthers. And so Fuentes to timeout. Timeout Mondovi. 14-15 remaining in the game. 38-28 Panthers. Thank you to Annabis Silo, your Husqvarna and Toro Lawn and Garden Equipment dealer. Highway 25 Durand. Bauer Plumbing and Septic Service Durand, offering plumbing and septic services for new home construction or home repair. Call Chris at 672-8224. Amplify Health by Gunderson Mondovi Clinic, affiliated with Gunderson Whitehall, and Thrivent Financial of Durand. Your Thrivent Financial advisors are Tracy Fairweather and Carrie Scott, 114 West Main Street, Durand. Thrivent Financial, a strong and stable partner at your side. Please thank all of our sponsors. Give them a call, drop them an email, visit their business, tell them thank you for supporting our broadcast. Without their help, pretty simple, we wouldn't be here tonight, so please thank them. All right, Fuentes to inbound it now to Mack. We're back underway. Mack now across the timeline for the Panthers, over to Breidung. Breidung on the right wing. Breidung, a cross-court pass now over to Berger. Berger to Breidung, right wing. Inside to Anderson. Anderson tries to split. Oh, nice block by Rudd. Ball comes out. Brenner comes up with it. Back to Rudd. Rudd across the timeline. Over to Spindler. Spindler, top of the key. Inside to Mason Brenner. Puts up a tough shot. Whistle foul. Foul will be on Fuentes. So Mason Brenner now to the line for two. Thank you to the Goodrich Funeral Home, serving the Durand area for 5 generations. Learn about pre-planning funeral services online at goodrichfh.com. First free throw, good. Alcivia Co-op. Alcivia, your certified Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster distributor, is Alcivia. And so second free throw by Brenner on the way is good. He makes them both to make it 38-30 now, Panthers. Krolewski and Weisenbeck come in. Mack and Anderson come out. And Breidung to inbound it for the Panthers to our left. Breidung inbounds it to Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck's pass is tipped, and coming up with it is Spindler. Spindler back to Rudd to Spindler. Spindler on the right wing. Inside to Brenner. Mason Brenner does not get the shooter's roll. Stuck. And it'll be a jump ball. So it will stay with Mondovi. Ball got stuck in the rim. And so now inbounding it will be Brenner. That's Tyler Brenner to inbound it. Inbounds it now to Faulkner. Faulkner over to Rudd. Rudd back towards center. Now over to Mason. Mason Brenner now to Tyler Brenner. To Spindler now on the right wing. Bounce pass to Mason Brenner. Loses the ball. Stolen by Weisenbeck. To Breidung. Back to Weisenbeck. Puts it up. Count it. And the foul. And the foul will be on Faulkner. So Weisenbeck now to the line to complete the three-point play. And free throw on the way is good. So 41-30 now, Panthers. Over to Spindler now, full court Panther press. Here comes the trap. Spindler gets it intercepted. Intercepted by Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck across the timeline now over to Krolewski. Krolewski back at center. Krolewski works off the screen from Weisenbeck. Into the lane, into the right corner now. Head fake by Breidung, and it's going to be off of Breidung. The ball knocked away by Spindler off of Breidung, out of bounds. So nice job by Spindler to blow that play up. Inbounded now to Rudd. Or check that to Faulkner. And Faulkner now will get across the timeline. Over to Gruber. Gruber on the right wing. Back to Faulkner. Faulkner at center. Bounce pass nearly stolen. Loose ball. And Reichel comes back up with it. It was tipped, so they can go across the timeline. Back to Spindler. Spindler under center. Counted in the foul. Foul will be on Krolewski. So going to the line to complete the three-point play will be Spindler. 41-32, Panthers lead. And free throw on the way, no good. And rebounded by Berger. Quickly back the other way now comes Berger for the Panthers. Nearly looks like he might have traveled and got away with one. Now to Krolewski. Krolewski top of the key now over to Fuentes. Fuentes inside to Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck falls down. And what we got? So a foul is going to be on Mondovi, and they're going to call that on Gruber. And it'll be bonus the rest of the way now for the Panthers. Coming in for the Buffaloes now is Tyler Brenner as Rudd comes out. Brydung to inbound it. To our right. Brydung looking, inbounded to Fuentes. Fuentes stop, shot, count it, foul. Foul will be on Reichel. That's his third. And so going to the line for the three-point play will be Fuentes. Thank you to SFB, Security Financial Bank, where electronic banking is easy. 212 West Prospect Street, Durand. Free throw on the way off the back of the rim, no good. And rebounded by the Buffaloes. Stolen by Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck to Brydung. Brydung, whistle, foul. Foul will be on Spindler, his fourth. Going to the line now for the 1-and-1 is Brydung. Is it two shots or, it is. They're going to call it a shooting foul, so it's two shots. Advent Health Durand. Time to feel whole with Advent Health. Visit their website at adventhealth.com for more information. First free throw is good. Spindler's got to come out. Rudd comes in. Sundstrom and Company are local tax experts. Give them a call. It's tax time, 672-4425. Schedule that appointment today. Free throw on the way is good. Brydung makes them both. So inbounded now to Brenner. Brenner back to Faulkner. Faulkner across the timeline now to Rudd. Rudd on the far side. 45-32 Panthers. Over to Gruber now. Gruber on the right wing. Gruber looking for a cutter. No one there now. Has to hand it off to Reichel. Reichel back towards center now. Over to Gruber. Gruber, whistle, foul. Foul will be on Weisenbeck with the block, and so they'll inbound it. Brenner inbounds it now to Gruber. Gruber has the ball stolen, and coming up with it is Berger. Berger has the ball stolen, though, back the other way by Brenner. Brenner blocked by Weisenbeck, but coming up with the loose ball is Gruber. Blocked again, whistle, foul. So they're going to call that foul on Fuentes. And so going to the line for two is Gruber. Thank you to Shaw's LP Gas and Appliance downtown Durand, offering a full line of Whirlpool appliances along with installation and service. Shaw's Gas downtown Durand. First free throw, no good. Adam Super Service, your Partners Network Car Care Center with complete auto service downtown Durand, and N-Tech, your premier communications and entertainment provider, Durand. So, second free throw on the way by Gruber. Is good. So, 45-33 now, Panthers. Brydung to inbound it. Over to Krolewski. Krolewski not across the timeline. Back over to Mack. Mack now will bring it across the timeline for the Panthers. Panther back towards center now. Comes down to the right wing. Mack now retreats back. He's in trouble. Gets it over to Brydung. Brydung now over to Weisenbeck. Drives in from the right corner. Stop. Shot on the baseline. No good. And Rudd comes up with it. Quickly back the other way comes Rudd. Rudd. Stop. Shot. Good. Bomb back the other way to Brydung. Brydung to Kraleski. Kraleski, whistle, travel. And so inbounding it now will be Faulkner, 45-35 Panthers. And inbounded now to Brenner. That's Tyler Brenner to Reichel. Reichel quickly across the timeline now over to Ryder. Ryder now on the left wing now out to Rudd. Rudd back to Ryder. Ryder now on the left wing to Rudd. Rudd top of the key. Rudd looking for a cutter. No one there. Now to Faulkner. Faulkner, he'll drive in. Stops at the free throw line. Kicks it back out to Rudd. Left wing. 3-ball on the way. Shot no good. Rebounded by Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck to Fuentes. Fuentes across the timeline. Back over to Mack. Mack back at center now. Approaching the 10-minute mark. 45-35 Panthers. Over to Fuentes. Fuentes looking for a cutter. Now thought about the three. Said, he better not. Now to Brydung on the left side inside to Weisenbeck. Intercepted. Rudd comes up with it. Rudd. Bounce pass over to Rudder. Rudder has the ball knocked out of bounds by Brydung. And so it'll stay Mondovi ball. Inbounding it now will be Brenner. Brenner inbounds it now to Redder. Redder kicks it back out to Faulkner. 3-ball on the way. Shot no good. Rebounded by Kraleski. To Mack. Mack quickly across the timeline. Over to Brydung. Left wing, or from the right wing. Puts up the shot. No good. Rebounded by Faulkner. Faulkner gets across the timeline now. Over to Redder. Redder. Or check that is Reichel. Reichel now on the right baseline. He's in trouble. Gets it over to Rudd. Rudd on the far side now. Comes back over to near the top of the key now. Back to Rudder. Rudder over to Faulkner. 3-ball on the way. Shot no good. Rebounded by Mack. Mack now. Here comes the trap. He gets away from it. Over to Brydung. Brydung over to Mack. Top of the key to Fuentes. Round the horn we go. Weisenbeck head fakes the shot from the left corner. Drives in on the baseline. Shot no good. Rebounded by Brydung. Puts it on the floor. Puts up a shot. Whistle foul. And the foul will be on Faulkner, they'll call it. All right, so going to the line for two will be Brydung. Thank you to Ensay & Associates, your auto owner's agent, downtown Durand. First free throw, no good. Jerry Bear & Sons, featuring dog and pet food from Nutrisource and Diamond. Jerry Bear & Sons, located by Annabis Silo, Highway 25, Durand. Again, please thank all of our sponsors. Give them a call, drop them an email, visit their business. Tell them thank you for supporting our broadcasts. Next free throw on the way by Brydung. Does not get the shooter's roll. No good. Loose ball, and it's going to be off of Mondovi. So it'll stay Panther ball. Brydung comes out, and Berger comes in. And inbounding it now will be Kraleski. Kraleski out to Anderson. Anderson back at center now, over to Mack. Mack on the right wing. Inside to Fuentes. Fuentes into the lane. Stop, shot, whistle, foul. And a foul. It's going to be on number 1. That's going to be on Rudd. His first. Thank you to Riverland Energy, your Touchstone Energy partner. Chen Fitzsmith Funeral Home, serving the Mondovi area. Find out about pre-planning funeral services. Visit chenfit-smithfuneralhome.com. First free throw, no good. Bowerbill Tire. Let Bowerbill take care of your automotive needs under one roof. Give them a call, 672-8300, or visit them online at bowerbill.com. Next free throw by Fuentes on the way is good. Makes it 46-35, Panthers, 8:50 remaining. Across the timeline comes Spindler now. Spindler has 4 fouls, by the way. Over to Schoonover. Schoonover, cross-court pass now to Brenner. Mason Brenner now over to Spindler. Spindler right wing. Spindler hands it off to Mason Brenner. Head fakes the 3 at the top of the key to Rudd on the right wing. Rudd will try to drive in, can't do it. So Rudd now. Bounce pass now over to Schoonover. Whistle and a timeout. Timeout Mondovi, full timeout, 46-35, 8:26 remaining in the game. Panthers lead. Take it to the Cottage, from floral arrangements to gifts for mom. Yup, Valentine's Day on Saturday. Visit the Cottage, downtown Durand, at the JKO Auto Body Shop with car restoration and collision repair. It's the JKO Auto Body Shop, Madison Street, Durand. Durand Fresh Market, your hometown grocery store, Durand Fresh Market. Visit shopfreshmarkets.com. Download the Durand Fresh Market app to get weekly specials, the weekly flyer, national coupons, and more from Durand Fresh Market, downtown Durand. Numbers are us, your daily money managers. 3rd Avenue West, Durand. Give Rhonda a call at 715-672-8093 to learn how a daily money manager can help your family. Or visit Rhonda online at numbersareus.com. Durand Smokehouse with a hog sale going on right now at Durand Smokehouse, Highway 85 Durand, and Provisions Health, 3rd Avenue West Durand. Healthcare your way. Learn more at provisions.health. So the timeout is done. Again, Panthers leading 46-35. And Mondovi has the ball. Brenner to inbound it on the far side. That's Tyler Brenner. And so Brenner inbounded to Rudd. Rudd working off the screen now. Over to Schoonover. Schoonover on the left wing. Schoonover back to Brenner. That's Tyler Brenner. Brenner to Schoonover. Schoonover left wing now over to Spindler. Spindler, he's going to drive in. Puts up the shot, hard off the glass, no good. And rebounded by Fuentes. Fuentes now over to Berger. Berger to Kraleski. Kraleski into the lane, puts up the shot, up and in. 48-35 now Panthers to Spindler. Spindler now back over to Schoonover. Schoonover, here comes the trap. Pass nearly intercepted, but Spindler comes up with it. Spindler back over to Schoonover, puts up a shot in the lane, no good. Rebounded, back out to Schoonover. 3-ball on the way. Spindler, well, they're going to say it's off of the Panthers. It'll stay Mondovi ball. Faulkner comes back in for Rudd. And inbounding it is Brenner. Brenner gets it back out to Faulkner. Faulkner top of the key now. Over to Schoonover, left wing. Over to Spindler, top of the key. 3-ball on the way. Shot off the glass and in. By Spindler. Inbounded now to Berger. Berger to Kraleski. Kraleski, cross-court pass back to Berger. Now across the timeline to Mack. Mack, top of the key now, retreats back out towards center. Over to Anderson. Anderson now looking for a cutter. Now back to Kraleski. Kraleski back at center. Fakes right, goes left. Now over to Berger, left wing. Berger now to Mack. Mack back at the top of the key. Can't drive inside. Mack now retreats back out. Now gets it over to Anderson. Anderson on the right wing. Anderson back over to Berger. Kicks it back out to Mack. Mack head fakes the three from the top of the key. Drives inside. Up and in. 50-38 Panthers. Here comes the bomb the other way. And nice job to Brenner to Faulkner. Up and in. Faulkner has 13. And for the Buffaloes, Anderson quickly across the timeline. Over to Berger now. Berger kicks it inside to Kraleski. He had fakes, puts it on the ground, puts up the shot, up and in. Whistle and timeout. Kraleski comes up and he goes, no, I'm okay. And all right, so Rudd comes back in now for Schoonover. And Spindler to inbound it. Inbounds it now to Brenner. Brenner across the timeline now over to Faulkner. Faulkner left corner comes out to the wing to the free throw line. Shot up and in. And now inbounded to Berger. Berger to Kraleski. Kraleski across the timeline now. Inside to Anderson. Anderson lays it up and in. Anderson got behind everybody. He was right underneath the basket for the easy shot. And across the timeline is Brenner. 54-42 Panthers. 5:45 remaining in the game. 3-ball on the way by Brenner. Mason Brenner with the three. And the pass is tipped and loose ball, and coming up with it is Berger. Got guys on the floor over to Kraleski now. Kraleski across the timeline. Kraleski back out to Berger. 3-ball left wing. Shot no good. Rebounded by Spindler. Spindler back the other way. Bomb to Brenner. Mason Brenner, stop, shot, whistle, foul. Foul will be on Anderson. So Mason Brenner to the line for 2. Thank you to 24/7 and West Wisconsin Telecom with smart fiber optic communities for communities and homes, too. That's 24/7 West Wisconsin Telecom. Visit them at wwt.coop. First free throw is good. Riverside Grill. Visit Riverside Grill downtown Durand for daily breakfast and lunch specials. Don't forget about that Friday fish fry. Riverside Grill downtown Durand. All right, so Brenner now, Mason Brenner with his second free throw. First free throw was good. And free throw on the way, no good. And rebounded by Spindler. Spindler kicks it back out. Long 2, shot no good. And rebounded by Berger. Berger quickly back the other way for the Panthers. Over to Kraleski, left corner now. He'll drive into the lane, puts up the shot, gets the shooter's roll. Kraleski is quietly chipped in 8, across the timeline now to Spindler. Spindler, top of the key now, over to Brenner. Kicks it back out now to Rudd. Rudd, right wing, 3-ball shot, no good. Rebounded by Brydung. Brydung to Mack. Mack lays it up and in. And inbounded now to Faulkner. 58-46 Panthers, 4:30 remaining. Over to Gruber. Gruber in the right corner now. Try to get it inside, stolen. Stolen by Mack on the interception. Mack across the timeline now, over to Berger. Berger now to Brydung. Brydung back to Kraleski. Back out to Brydung on the right wing. Now to Mack. Mack back at center. Brydung on the right wing. Fakes the 3. Drives inside. Puts up the shot. No good. Whistle foul. Foul will be on Rudd. And going to the line for 2 now is Brydung. Thank you to O'Galley Cheese Factory, featuring homemade pizza and more. That's O'Galley Cheese Factory, Highway 25 Durand. Martin Transport. Visit martin.com for the latest job opportunities. Better in blue at Martin Transport. First free throw, no good. Durand Improvement Group. Many hands make light work. Volunteer to help with community events throughout the year. Visit durandimprovementgroup.org. Next free throw on the way is good by Brydung. So 59-46 Panthers, 4 minutes remaining. Across the timeline now come the Buffaloes. Over to Rudd. Rudd left wing. Rudd now over to Spindler. Spindler nearly, ball knocked away by Brydung. Brydung, though, has the ball stolen by Spindler. Spindler lays it up, counted in the foul. So going to the line to complete the three-point play will be Spindler. 59-48 Panthers, 3:46 remaining in the game. Free throw on the way, no good. Off the back of the rim, loose ball, and guess who comes up with it? Spindler. Whistle and a timeout. Timeout Mondovi. 3:43 remaining. Thank you to the Paul Slusher Insurance Agency, your American Family Insurance agent serving Durand and Chippewa Falls. American Family Insurance, insurance that fits your needs. Ryan's Sports Shop. Visit Ryan's for all of your ice fishing needs. Of course, spring fishing just around the corner, too. Making hunting, fishing, and all outdoor activities fun since 2006. Ryan's Sports Shop, downtown Durand. Durand Napa. Visit Durand Napa Farmers for custom hoses, bulk fluids, the filters and tools, and all the parts you need to keep that farm equipment running on the farm with Napa know-how from Durand Napa. And Riverside Plaza, your Napa Car Care Center, open for your car care needs. Riverside Plaza, located at Durand Napa, Madison Street, Durand. Please thank all of our sponsors. Give them a call, drop them an email, visit their business. Tell them thank you for supporting our broadcasts here on WRDM. Without their help, we wouldn't be here tonight. So the timeout is done. And Mondovi has the ball. So inbounding it to our left will be Tyler Brenner. Inbounds it now to Reichel. Reichel on the left wing now to Rudd. Rudd left corner. He's going to drive left baseline. Stop. And no shot, a whistle and a foul, though. Foul will be on Berger, but now it's bonus the rest of the way. Now for the Buffaloes. And the 1-1. And free throw on the way is good by Rudd. Coming up, our Bowerville Panther postgame show. And next free throw on the way by Rudd is good. Makes them both. To make it 59-50 Panthers. 3:35 remaining. Mack now over to Brydung. Brydung bounce pass to Mack. Mack across the timeline for the Panthers. Panthers in the double bonus for the rest of the way. Mack now over to Brydung. Brydung inside to Weisenbeck. He can't hang on to it, out of bounds. And it'll go back to Mondovi. So inbounded now to Rudd. Rudd back over to Brenner. That's Tyler Brenner. And Brenner now over to Spindler. Spindler into the lane. Drives inside. Over. Lays it. No good. Rebounded by Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck to Kraleski. Kraleski to Brydung. Brydung back to Weisenbeck. Over to Berger. Left corner. 3-ball shot. No good. Rebounded by Reichel. Over to Spindler. Spindler now to Faulkner. Faulkner on the right wing. Back to Spindler. And the ball off of Berger's head. Out of bounds. And so it will be Rudd to inbound it now. Rudd inbounds it to Spindler. And Brydung knocks it out of bounds before Spindler gets to it, so it'll stay Buffalo ball. And inbounding it now will be Rudd. Rudd inbounds it now over to Spindler. Spindler now back over to Reichel. Reichel hands it off to Faulkner. Faulkner now over to Spindler. Spindler on the top of the key now, back to Brenner. Brenner looking for a cutter, no one there. Now Spindler. Spindler's going to drive inside. Puts up a 5-foot shot, no good. Rebounded by Berger. Berger over to Mack. Whistle, foul on Spindler, he'll foul out. So Spindler will foul out with 11. Coming in now for Mondovi, Gruber. And going to the line for two is Mack. Thank you to Annabis Siler, your Husqvarna and Toro Lawn and Garden Equipment dealer, Highway 25 Durand. Bauer Plumbing and Septic Service, offering plumbing and septic services for new home construction or home repairs. Give Chris a call at 672-8224. First free throw, no good. Amplify Health by Gunderson Mondovi Clinic, affiliated with Tri-County Hospitals and Gunderson Whitehall. And Mack now with the next free throw. On the way, and off the back of the rim, no good. Faulkner with the rebound over to Spindler. Spindler back the other way now to Mason. Mason Brenner puts up the shot, whistle, foul. Foul's going to be on Weisenbeck, his third. So going to the line for two now will be Brenner. And thank you to Thrivent Financial. Your Thrivent Financial advisors are Tracy Fairweather and Carrie Scott, 114 West Main Street, Durand. Thrivent Financial, a strong and stable partner at your side. First free throw by Brenner is good. And next free throw on the way, no good. Rebounded by Anderson. Over to Berger now. Berger throws it out of bounds, looking for Brydung, and he threw it right out of bounds. 59-51, Panthers lead, 2:03 remaining in the game. And so inbounding it on the far side will be Brenner. Brenner inbounds it to Rudd. And Rudd now across the timeline. Rudd now over to Brenner. Back to Gruber. Gruber to Rudd. Rudd left wing. Rudd now inside to Mason Brenner. Kicks it back out now. to Gruber. Gruber or to Rudd. Rudd drives inside, loose ball. Still a loose ball, and coming up with it is Rudd. Rudd now over to Gruber. Gruber into the lane, puts up the shot. Circa shot up and in. And inbounded to Brydon. Brydon quickly across the timeline. Over to Kraleski. Kraleski up and in. Bomb back the other way to Gruber. Gruber now over to Rudd. Back out to Faulkner now. Faulkner top of the key, approaching the 1 minute mark. 61-53 Panthers. Top of the key now is Brenner. Mason Brenner now over to Gruber. Gruber stop. But he can't take the shot. Now he kicks it back out. Faulkner 3-ball shot, no good. Rebounded by Mason Brenner. Puts up a shot, whistle foul. Foul will be on Berger. Going to the line for 2 is Brenner. Again, coming up, our Bowerville Panther postgame show. To talk with Coach Radetsky. We'll preview our next game, rundown scoring as well. All coming up on our Bowerville Panther postgame show. And Brenner's free throw on the way, no good. So next free throw on the way by Brenner is no good. And rebounded by Brydon. Under a minute remaining. Brydon now. Across the timeline to Anderson. Anderson tries to drive inside. Nope, he's going to get it out to Mack. Mack is, well, let's play catch right over to Brydon. Brydon inside to Anderson. Anderson to Berger. Out to Mack. Mack out at center. Mack now over to Brydon. Brydon cross-court pass over to Berger. Berger now, here comes the foul. So the ref says that Coach Radetsky called a timeout. Coach Radetsky's like, no, I didn't, but okay. 34 seconds remaining. We're up 61-53, Durand leading. And so Panthers will take a timeout. Again, our Bowerville Panther postgame show coming up. Talk with Coach Radetsky, and then hope to talk with Coach Radetsky as always. And then we'll also run down our scoring. Hope to get some scores from our Durand Fresh Market scoreboard too. All right. Coach Radetsky and the ref are still talking about it. Ref's like, you said timeout. Coach Radetsky's like, no, I didn't. But, okay, well, there you go. We'll ask, if we get a chance to talk with Coach, we'll ask him what he said. All right, here we go. Brydon now to inbound it on the far side. 33 seconds remaining. Inbounded now to Kraleski. Kraleski now. Here comes the trap. Whistle. Foul. So foul's going to be on number 20. That's going to be on Gruber. And Kraleski to the line for 2. First free throw on the way is good. To make it 62-53 now, Panthers. And free throw on the way makes them both. And so quickly across the timeline to Rudd. 24 seconds remaining. Rudd puts up a shot, no good. Rebounded by Berger. Here comes the trap. Berger now over to Mack. Mack not across the timeline. Mack now over to Anderson. Anderson over to Brydon. Brydon now cross-court pass over to Kraleski to Berger. 6 seconds remaining. Over to Kraleski, and that'll end the game. As the Panthers win it tonight, 63-53. Coming up, our Bowerville Panther postgame show being brought to you by Bowerville Tire and Service, Durand and Mall Drive, Eau Claire. It's Durand, Arkansas boys basketball on WRDN.
Thank you for listening to tonight's Durand Panther Sports broadcast on WRDN. Time now for the Bauer Built Panther post-game show, brought to you by Bauer Built Tire and Service, with locations in Durand and Mall Drive, Eau Claire.
When your reputation is on the line, go to the Midwest leader, Bauer Built Tire and Service, for all your tire and service repair needs. They've been supplying cars, SUVs, light and medium truck tires, as well as farm tires since 1944. Plus, they've built their reputation on services such as alignments, brakes, and suspension work that will exceed your expectations. Stop in today at Bauer Built Tire and Service on Mall Drive in Eau Claire and in Durand. Bauer built on service.
Welcome back to Durand, Arkansas High School, where tonight Panthers win it by a score of 63-53. And let's run down scoring tonight for the Panthers. Kraleski had 12 on the night. Mack had 15. Berger had 7. Weisenbeck had 3. Fuentes had 5. Max Anderson had 6. And Brett Rydung had 15. With the win, the Panthers go to 11-0 in the Dunn St. Croix Conference, 14-4 overall. Meanwhile, for Mondovi, Griffin Rudd had 7. Spindler had 11. Bodie Faulkner had 15. Reichel had 2. Gruber had 6. And Brenner had 12 on the night. With the loss, the Buffaloes fall to 4-7 in the Dunn St. Croix, 6-11 overall. Well, the Panthers pulling away late in that second half, but there were times when the Panthers weren't taking care of the ball too well. Mondovi was stealing it left and right. It seemed to kind of turn the tables on the Buffaloes, though, in that second half to win 63-53. So we take a look at some scores on our Durand Fresh Market scoreboard. Durand Fresh Market, your hometown grocery store, from the JV game earlier tonight. Mondovi won over Durand 53-49. Prescott, they defeat Hastings tonight in boys basketball, 60-52. Some of the other scores will be following. Spring Valley at Colfax, Ellsworth at Menominee in boys hoops, Glenwood City at Plum City Elmwood in boys basketball tonight. Just a few of the scores we're following on our Durand Fresh Market scoreboard as Coach Radetzky is making his way over. Coach Radetzky now comes in, and Coach, for the Panthers, you know what? Kraleski had a pretty nice night with those 12 points. I mean, he quietly made that 12. Mack with 15 as well. It's kind of nice to be able to spread that offense around.
It is, and different guys got a chance to step up. They, and Miles saw his gaps and got in there, hit some free throws. Thought he did a good job taking care of the ball and then taking what was there.
At times, especially in that first half, it didn't seem like the offense was taking care of the ball. A lot of steals, it seems like, in that first half, and just holding on to the ball gets knocked out of their hands, things like that. I'm sure you're going to talk about that at practice.
Yeah, and it was a little bit on both sides, a little sloppy to start, and our guys, them as well, getting hands in there and tapping balls away. Just, you want to take care of that and make sure, I got that ball, protecting it, being strong with it, because that's what you're going to get as we go down the pipe here, right? And then you get into playoffs, people are going to be more intense all over you. So, you definitely want to see them clean that up a little bit.
All right, we have to ask, did you call a timeout?
Well, I called a timeout, but that whistle across the way was way before I had a chance to call a timeout. I was late on it. That's what I was kind of saying to him. So I did call a timeout, but I felt the foul was called way before I had a chance to call.
Okay, I thought it was. I didn't call timeout. What are you talking about here? So that's why. All right, so it was the whistle before you called the timeout. Seemed pretty physical out there, though, tonight.
It did, and you saw it, like, kind of got after the guys about some rebounds on their free throws. How many, they probably had 3 or 4 offensive rebounds on free throws, or we weren't getting bodies in, or they were just out physicality us and pushing us under. So we want to see them be able to seal that up inside when the game's, we want to seal the game off. We got to get that offensive rebound or defensive rebound and protect it. So kind of that's something else we got to work on a little bit too, just those little things and scenarios.
Well, again, nice win tonight. You're now 11-0. Congratulations.
All right, thank you.
Durand, Arkansas head coach Justin Radetsky on the way. We're going to wrap things up here. We'll also preview our next broadcast that's coming up next on the Bowerville Panther postgame show, being brought to you by Bowerville Tire and Service, Durand and Mall Drive, Eau Claire. It's Durand, Arkansas boys basketball on WRDN.
When your reputation is on the line, go to the Midwest leader, Bauer Built Tire and Service, for all your tire and service repair needs. They've been supplying cars, SUVs, light and medium truck tires, as well as farm tires since 1944. Plus, they've built their reputation on services such as alignments, brakes, and suspension work that will exceed your expectations. Stop in today at Bauer Built Tire and Service on Mall Drive in Eau Claire and in Durand. Bauer Built on service.
Welcome back to Durand, Arkansas High School, the Bowerville Panther postgame show, being brought to you by Bowerville Tire and Service, Durand and Mall Drive, Eau Claire, where tonight Durand, Arkansas wins it 63-53. Our next game is tomorrow night. The girls here at home taking on Boyceville in a Dunn St. Croix Conference matchup, as the pregame show will be at about 7, tip-off at 7:15. Once again, our final score: Durand, Arkansas wins over Mondovi 63-53. You've been listening to Durand, Arkansas boys high school basketball here on Real Country 1430 AM stereo, WRDN, and 107.3 FM translator W297CH. Durand, I'm Brian Winnikins. Have a great evening.